What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for the next episode of the Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. We are ranked number 4 at 8-0, Week 10, 2029, which is year 5 of this series. Coach Connor Stallions trying to make another playoff run. We are 2 years removed from our national championship. Our repeat season ended with a semifinals loss, and now we're trying to follow that up and get back to the national championship game. Week 10, we've got a game on the road. This is our third road game in a row, and we've got 2 more after this one before we head back to Ann Arbor. This time we're going to Lincoln, Nebraska for a top 25 matchup against the 7-1 Nebraska Cornhuskers. Real quick, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, hit the notification bell. For those that are tuning in for the first time, this is a slow sim dynasty where we focus on team building, we focus on recruiting for the correct scheme, we're getting the right players for the scheme, setting the depth chart and the formation subs for the scheme, developing the players properly for the scheme, and then we put the team together, we set the playbook up, the game plan, everything, and then we let the team go. It's very easy to rebuild a team when you can jump into the game on any of your important games, your rivalries, the big time matchups, and just overpower the EA coding. Very easy to quote rebuild a team when you're doing that, because that lets you ignore being bad at all of the things that we just mentioned. You can recruit the wrong players, develop them poorly, set the wrong scheme, set the wrong playbook, have the wrong aggressive settings. You can have all of that done incorrectly and still overcome it if you're good on the sticks and playing against any of the good teams that you come up against. So that said, again, we are doing it slow sim style. We have not played a single game in this series. We've already won 1 national championship. We've been to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Prior to that, we had 2 9-3 seasons and Music City Bowl and ReliaQuest Bowl after that. But this year we're looking to go to the playoffs for our 3rd straight year. We'll take a quick look at our team depth chart. I'm not going to go too super in depth. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. So starting quarterback is a redshirt junior, David Chosen, a dual threat quarterback. Steve Hayes, a redshirt freshman, is our starting running back, along with our power back, Dakota Francis, and our 3rd down receiving specialist, Terrell Carrion. Fullback is a redshirt junior, Kevin Trout. Wide receivers, Dante Ahmad, Matt Combs, Keelan Adams, Andre Anati, Sammy Moore, and Dom Boudreau. Tight ends, Larry Mock and Vinny Van Buren. Our starting offensive line, left tackle, Mario Nunez. Left guard, Avery Gash. Center, Caden Strayhorn. Right guard, Jose Shields. Right tackle, Lamont Rogers. Left edge on the defensive line, Steve Moen. Right edge, Paul Hicks. You'll also see Nick Souls quite a bit in rotation. Defensive tackle, Romeo Sauer, Mello LaRoque, Jordan Crawford, and Brian Colombo. Just want to point out real quick, Ramon Corliss is actually normally our starting left edge, but he is currently injured in one of the recent games. He's out for 2 more weeks with broken ribs. He's our edge setter on the defensive line, so it has impacted our run game defense, and hopefully we can weather the storm this week and next week. At linebacker, Sam linebacker Colin Callaway, Mike linebackers Oscar Cashman and Fidel Theus, Will linebackers D'Angelo Regis and Ezekiel Burns, cornerbacks John Brown, who's been an absolute stud for us, Vernon Nordine, Jabari Amore, and Evan Ekior, free safety Ron Reese, Terrell Pilgrim, strong safeties Reggie Gideon, Avery Rugamba. We are a very top-heavy team with not a lot of depth. We only have 75 players on roster after we lost a lot in the transfer portal and to the draft and graduation last year. We are trying to replenish that, but unfortunately we're probably going to lose quite a bit more this offseason as we sort of eject the top-heavy side of our roster and try to replenish that. So trying to do what we can here. But our kicker is senior kicker Otis Beck, junior punter Caleb Berryman, Kick returners will be Steve Hayes and Sammy Moore. Long snapper will be Larry Mock. Third down running back, as I mentioned earlier, will be Terrell Carrion. Power back, Dakota Francis. Our main slot receivers will be Dante Ahmad and Andre Anati. Rush ends will be Steve Moung and Nick Soles. Rush DTs will be Romeo Sauer and Paul Hicks. Sub linebackers, you'll see Reggie Gideon playing down in the box a bit with Colin Calloway and Oscar Cashman. Nickel corner, John Brown, Jabari Armour, and Avery Rugamba. Nose tackle will be Brian Colombo. And our gadget back will be Dante Ahmad. Let's take a look at the recruiting board. So just really quick to recap our commitments so far this season. We've got 4-star safety Jose Guardado. 4-star athlete projected as a running back Marvin Roseboom. 4-star running back Garrison Rabin. 4-star offensive lineman Greg Coffey. 5-star linebacker Logan Hasselback. 5-star linebacker Stephen Abiamiri. 4-star edge rusher Curtis Moffitt. 5-star corner Jeremy DeValve. 4-star corner Jimmy Ricci. 4-star offensive lineman Clay Batonio. 5-star offensive lineman Dwight Gage. 5-star safety Derek Wayne. 5-star linebacker Alex Doris. 4-star offensive lineman Nathan Cager. 5-star linebacker Levi Hebb. 4-star wide receiver Dion Tobin. 4-star athlete projected as a tight end Marquise Lake. 4-star defensive tackle Trent Devin. And 4-star edge rusher Teddy German. We did get a few commitments following last week's game. First is 4-star safety Keyshawn Kinoy, a coverage specialist out of Akron, Ohio, 6', 203, ranked number 2 at the position of free safety, number 108 nationally. And then we got a commitment from 4-star defensive tackle Jamie Charbonnet out of Camden, New Jersey, a pass rush specialist, 6'4", 293, ranked number 8 overall at the position of defensive tackle, and number 187 among all positions, committed to Michigan over offers from Penn State and Ohio State. For TJ Banks, Florida State is trying to jump in on the recruitment for him. We cannot schedule a visit. We've already got the right pitch, so we just got to hope that we can keep a cushion between us. Malik Doss, we are gaining on Tulane. Hopefully we'll be able to overtake them next week, but they do have a visit in 2 weeks, so that's going to be a little bit pressing. We got the right pitch. There's nothing more to do there. DeMarcus Ezekiel, we have moved into first place on his board ahead of Boise State. Still in top 8, though, so a long way to go. Cooper Kaxer, we're still maintaining a first place lead over Texas A&M and Baylor. This one's got me a bit nervous because they have 5-tier pipelines and we do not, but now we know his pitch is going to be house call. So let's put on the hard sell and really push to gain some momentum there. Jaden Ty, we're in a recruiting battle with Penn State. I'm not sure how that one's going to play out. Leo Zugwu, we're unopposed. Looking to get a commitment in the next couple of weeks. Still unopposed on Willie Incoom. Unopposed for Dylan Temple. But we can take off Send the House and try to figure out what his pitch is. We know Coach Prestige, that's all we know. So we can soft sell aspirational goals. Is there another one that it could be? I'm not sure that there is even another one that it could be, and there's not. So we know it's going to be aspirational goals. We'll go ahead and switch that to the hard sell. Alright, for DeAndre Merling, LSU jumped in really late on this one. I think we're fine. We should get a commitment this week. Larry West, we've got a small lead over Penn State, but we are in a recruiting battle with them, and they have a visit coming up in 2 weeks, so we'll see how that goes. Quinn Vick, we're in first place on top of his board in top 8, but the teams behind us all have pipeline bonuses where we do not, so we'll see how that goes. Larry Prince, we're in top 5. We have a small lead over Florida, who's got a visit in 3 weeks. We cannot schedule a visit, but we have very strong pitches, so we'll see how that goes as well. let's jump into the game. We are going to use the custom playbooks that I've designed. Offensive book is my personal play style, kind of a mix between air raid and pro style. Defense is my attempt to insert the amoeba defense into the game that was created and perfected by Wink Martindale of the mid 20 or the 2010s Ravens Super Bowl winning defense. It's also got heavy influence from Jesse Minter, Mike McDonald, and Brian Flores, who all run versions of Wink's amoeba defense. But they are both up for download. Skull Blue for offense, D-Skull Blue for defense. And let's go ahead and get into this. Normally I do provide some bad radio-style play-by-play commentary, but this time I've actually got some things I need to take care of, so I'm not going to be here for at least for the first part of the game. If I finish up what I got to do, I'll jump in later on. So just enjoy the game, enjoy the game's commentary, and I will be back, if not before then, at the end of the game. There we see the Nebraska Cornhuskers coming out. It's a great stadium in Lincoln. And there we've got our Michigan Wolverines.
Taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
All right, let's hit that slow sim. End of game. All right, guys, enjoy the game. I'll be back.
Coming out with it, it's Ventura. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. You know he would have loved to have tacked on a big return to that pick, but they've got it in the red zone at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marshall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's the handoff. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. caught behind the line. It's Marshall. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Marshall. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. This time on target. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Cornhuskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Snagged in the middle. It's Reese. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And we're even here in the 1st.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's got an open man to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Nowhere to go with the one down. He goes at the 39.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it. Went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Combs. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's caught.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The AT unit on the field. And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ventura. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the ground with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Finds space on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's a reverse. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Huskers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They go to the ground. Finding an escape route. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Husker! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These balls have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oklahoma. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping it. Breaks into the open. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Finding open areas. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
So now it's 2nd and long.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year in big decisions.
Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll try the right side. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to...
There he goes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to slam in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He's stuck, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
And And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And they're able to get him on the ground. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a run.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We've got to stop turning the football over.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. The Cornhuskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Got his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Huskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And you're going to need more of this in the 2nd half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the 1st half to cut this to a 1-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the 2nd half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Michigan offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the Wolverines head quickly to the line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. It's gone. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. Touchdown, Nebraska! They take the lead with the 6. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up by 21 over Oklahoma.
Off the play fake on first down.
Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
To the air on second down. Fires left. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's up.
Turning it on! That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Takes the handoff. It's Hayes.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Quick release on the RPO. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Van Buren. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for...
Oh, he's got some. And into the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They get to him as he throws. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slings it downfield. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
So the final period starts with a second down play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun. Give on the inside. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Running the red zone. It's carry on. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run.
And I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to handle a few things here in real life. So we are at the top of the fourth quarter, 11 minutes and 13 seconds left, and Michigan just scored on a rushing touchdown from Terrell Carrion, the receiving specialist back, to go up 40 to 24, 21 after the kick. So it looks like Michigan, barring some kind of fourth quarter collapse, is looking to extend their undefeated streak to 9 here on the road in Lincoln and knock out conference opponent Nebraska from the top 25.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to...
Hands it to the right, hops over a defender, gets across the 45, I'm sorry, the 35 to the 40. Daniel Bray on the rush. First and 10 Cornhuskers. Tight end goes in motion right to left. Shotgun, fakes the handoff, play action. Fires over the middle, it's caught past midfield at the 40. Tackled at the 37 for a first down. 10 minutes left in the game. Shotgun, 4 receivers, 3 right, 1 left. No, he's changing the formation. Tight end moves in line, drops back to throw, goes left. Caught at the line to gain, tackled at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Shotgun wing formation, 2 receivers, 1 tailback. Blitz by Michigan. Huskers fire over the middle, he's got space, and it's a touchdown.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability with his speed to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, Michigan with a 10-point lead. They got to try to preserve here. 9 minutes, 14 seconds left on the clock. They take the kick at the 5. Hayes returns it back, gets it across the 20, down at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Michigan. Chosen under center, wing formation, single back. 2 receivers right. Hands it off to Hayes. Hayes running left. Gets around the edge. He's up the sideline. But it's going to come back. This is a touchdown run, but it's going to come back. It looked like legal block in the back or holding. Looks like this is going to be on Dante Ahmad. Illegal block in the back is going to pull that, or going to bring back that home run touchdown by Steve Hayes and going to move Michigan back to the 32-yard line, 1st and 3. Shotgun split backs, tight formation, 3 receivers. Looking to throw. Hits over the middle. It's caught at the 45-yard line. They'll mark it at the 46. 1st and 10 Michigan in the hurry up. Under center, 3 receivers, tight formation. No, he's in shotgun. Hands it to the running back. Carrion runs up the middle, gets across the 50, tackled at the 50. 2nd and 6 Michigan. Shotgun duo set now. Fakes the pitch. Hits Carrion in the backfield. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2 at the 48-yard line. Empty backfield for Michigan. No, he's changing it. Carrion motions back into the backfield. He's got 3 receivers bunched tight right, 1 left. Shotgun for Chosen. 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down,
looking to throw. Fires, and it's intercepted at the 40. Huskers with the key interception, 8 minutes left in the game, and they'll take over at midfield. Bad decision there by Chosen to throw that pass. Maybe I should go AFK again because we were doing good until I got back on the mic. Dorian Berry, the linebacker, with that key interception there. Chosen, man, what were you thinking?
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Hits the pass right side, gain of 5, 45-yard line, 2nd and 5 for the Huskers. 4 receiver set, shotgun, 3 out wide right, 1 wide left.
Wants to go up top.
Over the middle, caught, 1st down, breaks a tackle, gets to the 34, 1st and 10. Michigan, lead is dwindling rapidly. Shotgun for the Huskers, 3 receivers. Drops back to throw, hits it over the middle, and the pass is knocked out by the hit, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Off play action.
Play action. Pass over the middle, caught on the in route. Gain down to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 Huskers. 6 minutes left in the game. Shotgun, they hand it off, running up the middle. Gain of only 1, 2nd and 9. Shotgun, tight formation, 2 by 2.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Drops back to throw, quick pass left, caught by the tight end. On the corner route, gets it to the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. 5 minutes left in the game. Shotgun wing formation. Fakes the handoff, play action. Throws over the middle, it's intercepted by Michigan. In the end zone, he's going to bring it out, and he's got it across the 30, down at the 40-yard line. Michigan stops the touchdown run for the Huskers and potentially puts a cap on it. Wow. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. It seemed like a sure thing that the Huskers were going to punch it in and drop the lead to 3. And Colin Callaway able to get underneath the receiver and jump the pass. Now Chosen just has to preserve the lead. Under 5 minutes to go. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes runs right, gets through the tackle. Gain of 2, taken down by Jackson Carpenter at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 8 for Michigan. Under center, single back. 4 receivers spread wide, 2 to either side. Drops back to throw. Underneath, and it's knocked out, incomplete. Ahmad the target. 3rd and 8 Michigan. They've got to get a conversion here. They cannot give it back to the Huskers. Quick pass over the middle. It's caught, 1st down by Larry Mock. Tackled at the opponent's 43-yard line for a new set of downs. 4.5 minutes left in the game. Shotgun. 5 receivers. Mock off of the line. 4 receivers right, 1 wide left. Chosen on the right hash mark in shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back. Quick pass over the middle to Hayes. Caught for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Michigan. The clock is still running. 4 minutes left to go. In shotgun, wing formation, 2 tight ends on the line. 2 receivers right. Hayes the tailback.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Receiver goes in motion right to left. They fake the jet touch pass. Hands it to Hayes. Spins out of a hit, but still taken down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Why is Michigan running the hurry up instead of milking the clock? This is crazy. Empty backfield. Over the middle. Caught by Larry Mock again with a 1st down catch. 1st and 10. 3.5 minutes left to go. Michigan in control. Opponent's 30-yard line. Under center, single back. I-form wing. Dante Ahmad lined up as a fullback. Hayes takes the handoff. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Shotgun. Single tailback. 4 receivers. Look, hands it off on the draw. Hayes up the middle. Jukes a defender. Gets across the 20 for a first down. Tackled at the 19. 1st and 10, Michigan. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Empty backfield for Chosen. Shotgun. 5 receivers wide. They're running the clock down now, as they should have been for the last 2 minutes. Empty backfield. Clock winding down. 10 seconds on the play clock. 5. Chosen snaps the ball. He's going to keep it on the quarterback run. Slides down at the 16-yard line. Nebraska's going to use their second timeout. 2nd and 7 for Michigan from the 16. Under center, single back wing. Hands it to Dakota Francis. Runs left. Short gain on the play, and Nebraska will use their final timeout. Only a yard on that last play. 3rd and 6 for Michigan. Chosen in shotgun. 5 receivers spread wide. Looking to throw. Fires left side on the comeback route. Caught. And touchdown. Wow, he fought through 3 different tackles to try to get into the end zone there. He was not going to be denied. Wow. The quarterback needed him to come back. Matt Combs, the wide receiver, number 83. He turns around, comes back out of the end zone, catches it. There's the first hit, shakes it off. There's the second, shakes it off. There's the third, falls forward through the hit, across the plane, gets a touchdown, and likely puts this game out of reach for a comeback. Otis Beck out for the extra point. It's up, it's good, 48-31 Michigan. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Huskers down by 17. Kick is in the end zone. They're going to bring it out. They get it across the 10, across the 15. Tackled down at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Shotgun for the Huskers. 3 receivers, 1 tight end.
Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David.
Pass right on the slant route. It's caught. Gain of 9. It'll be marked 2nd in inches. Maybe a 1/3 of a yard to the first down. They're in shotgun, 4 receivers. Bunched right, 1 left. Quick pass over the middle. Inaccurate throw. Hits the defender in the back of the helmet. They're going to not call it a PBU. It's going to be incomplete. Now they're going to try to sneak it across on a goal line set. They get the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the game.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Shotgun, 3 receivers. Looking to throw. Fires over the middle. It's caught. First down catch for the Huskers. 1st and 10 at the 41. They're in the hurry up. No timeouts remaining. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Drops back to throw. Hits the underneath drag route. Caught by the tight end. Gain of 7 at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 3. Hurrying back to the line in shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end again. Looking to throw. Over the middle. Laser knocked down by the defender. Incomplete. 3rd and 3 Huskers. Shotgun. 3 receivers bunched tight left. 1 wide right. Single tailback. Drops back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Fires on the run. Knocked down by the defender. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 3. Shotgun. 3 receivers bunched left. 1 tight right. Michigan with 5 guys in the box playing the pass. Throws it left. It's caught past the markers. First down Huskers. 1 minute and 26 seconds left on the clock. 46-yard. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Drops back to throw. Quick pass to the back out of the backfield. Jukes a defender. Gets across the marker for another first down at the 34-yard line.
The Huskers want to move quickly.
3 receivers. Shotgun set. Huskers looking to throw. Fires over the middle. Caught. Threads a needle between 4 defenders to make the catch. Wow. Tackled down at the 5-yard line after that catch. 1st and goal Huskers. Shotgun, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers.
They just keep firing.
Under pressure, pocket collapsing, and he's sacked. Grunkmeyer's down. at the 13-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they got to hurry back to the line. No timeouts. Under a minute to go. Looking to throw. Over the middle. And it's intercepted. Another back-to-back drives ended with an interception in the end zone by Michigan. The Michigan defender, for the 2nd drive in a row, stops the Nebraska Cornhuskers drive in the end zone with an interception. This time it was free safety Ron Reese on the interception.
The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing
with a leaping catch. And Michigan's just going to kneel it out for the win.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty
David Chosen, player of the game, 379 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 90% completion percentage.
Upset 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David
Let's take a look at the stats for the game. Nebraska actually controlled much of this game. They had 31 first downs to Michigan's 28, 509 total offense to Michigan's 506. Total plays ran 71 to Michigan's 68. Yards per play just barely behind Michigan, 7.2 to Michigan's 7.4. Run game, Nebraska 23 carries, 85 yards, 1 touchdown, and an average of 3.7 yards per carry. Michigan ran it more for more yardage and touchdowns, but a little bit less efficiently. 38 carries, 127 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 3.3 yard average. Passing game, Michigan 27 of 30 for 379 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nebraska 33 of 48 for 424 yards and 3 touchdowns, an average of 8.8. Michigan's average 12.6. Third down conversion percentage, Michigan 7 for 11 for 63%. Nebraska 54% on 6 for 11. Fourth down conversions, Michigan was 0 for 1, Nebraska 1 for 1. No 2-point conversions attempted. Red zone percentage, Michigan 77%, Nebraska 57%. Turnover battle, Michigan threw 1 interception, Nebraska threw 5 interceptions. No punt return yards recorded for either team. Kick return yards, 119 for Nebraska, 110 for Michigan. Total yards for the game, 628 for Nebraska, 616 for Michigan. Punt yardage, Michigan 44, Nebraska 41.5. Penalties, Nebraska had 1 for 5, Michigan 3 for 25. Time of possession, Nebraska had 28 minutes and 4 seconds, Michigan 19 minutes and 56 seconds. Individual player stats for the Michigan Wolverines. David Chosen, 27 of 30 passes, 90% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 379 yards, and a QB rating of 211.4. Run game, Steve Hayes, 20 carries, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Chosen had 8 carries for a net of 1 yard, but also had a touchdown. Terrell Carrion, 7 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Dakota Francis, 2 for 1. Dante Ahmad, 1 for 5. Receiving, Larry Mock had 11 catches for 102 yards and 0 touchdowns. Vinny Van Buren, 6 catches, 83 yards. Matt Combs, 4 for 61 and a touchdown. Dante Ahmad, 2 for 68. Steve Hayes, 2 for 7. Keelan Adams, 1 for 14. And Giovanni Wolf, 1 for 44 and a touchdown. In the blocking today, only Mario Nunez gave up a sack. And we had 3 offensive linemen in double digits for pancakes. Lamont Rogers with 22, Caden Strayhorn with 13, and Mario Nunez with 10. On the defensive side of the ball, our tackles leader was Reggie Gideon, the safety, with 15. TFL's leader split 2 and 2 for Nick Soles and Reggie Gideon. Sacks, we had 2 on the game, 1 for Steve Mullen, 1 for Nick Soles. Interceptions, 5 interceptions recorded. We had 1 apiece for Ron Reese, Jabari Armour, Reggie Gideon, Colin Callaway, and Oscar Cashman. PBUs led by Oscar Cashman with 3. No forced fumbles on the day. No safeties. No defensive touchdowns. Kicking, Otis Beck was 2 for 2 from the field with a long of 36 and a perfect 6 for 6 extra points. Punting, Caleb Berryman had 1 punt for 44 yards. Kick returns, Steve Hayes 5 returns for 93 yards. Sammy Moore had 1 for 17. Punt returns, none on the day. Let's back out. We'll advance the week and see what changes. Lee Ozugwu, 4-star running back, has committed to Michigan out of Chicago, Illinois. DeAndre Merling, a 4-star wide receiver from Grand Rapids, Michigan. 4-star edge rusher Larry West from Clearwater, Florida. And we didn't get locked out of anybody, so that's always good. Alright, let's see. Reggie Gideon got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week with his performance, showing 6 tackles, 2 deflections, and 1 interception. Don't forget he had 15 total tackles. Alright, let's look. So, top 25. Alright, there hasn't been a ton of change in the CFP rankings. Top 8 all stayed the same. UConn moved up 2 spots from 11 to 9 with a win over New Mexico. SMU stayed pat at 10. Tennessee moved from 12 to 11 with a win over Oklahoma. UCLA moved 16 to 12. BYU moved 14 to 13. Penn State, with a loss at UCLA, dropped from 9 to 14. Oklahoma State jumped 2 spots to 15. NC State moved up 4 from 20. Boise State moved up 2 from 19 to 17. Georgia moved from 21 to 18. Wisconsin, unranked last week, jumped all the way up to 19. Louisiana dropped from 18 to 20 despite the result of a win over Georgia State. Baylor, with a loss at Arizona, dropped from 13 all the way to 21. Texas, USC, Tulane, and Toledo all went from unranked to ranked 22 through 25. That means that Auburn, Arizona State, Virginia Tech, Nebraska, and Louisville all dropped out of the top 25. Alright, that's going to be the episode, guys. Make sure to tune in next time to see us go into East Landfill and take on Little Brother Sparty for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio. It's also pinned at the top of my X profile. And you can follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Feel free to send me a message. Be respectful. I'll try to get back to you. As always, guys, I just want to thank you all for tuning in and hanging out. Appreciate y'all. And until next time, it's always Skull Vikes.